Officials confirmed one of the three people shot was rapper King Von from Chicago, who was here last night with friends, where a total of 6 people were. One of them, a rapper Davon Bennett, who goes by the stage name King Von.
Over here, brother. Yo, you better watch out. Hey, brother. This is my brother, okay? Hey.
New police documents in the case of King Von's tragic death have just been released. They paint a chilling picture. According to a hospital nurse's statement, Von was actually revived after being shot. He survived 2 intense surgeries, but in a twist no one expected. He reportedly became startled when a nurse entered the room. Von began reaching around, apparently looking for a firearm.
Von made it through 2 surgeries. He had 3 surgeries ago. He made it through 2 surgeries. And then after the second surgery, he hopped off the bed and started fighting the nurse and said where his gun at. And he went and he died because he went into shock. So he was making it through surgery. How hours later, Kayla know, talking about some, he fought the nurse. She the one told me that. His mama didn't even know that. How do you know what's going on inside the hospital?
Because she was there at the hospital.
But the most disturbing detail, authorities now suspect King Von may have been betrayed by someone within his own circle. On surveillance footage, during the exact moment of the altercation, Von's paid bodyguards were seen fleeing, running in the opposite direction as chaos unfolded.
Security guard let him walk. You get paid he get paid to protect. How the you let him walk over and fight? You ain't supposed to let him fight. He ain't supposed to be touching nobody. Security guard, if anything, you make sure Quando them leave. Whoever else they was with, you make sure they leave. How you let him walk over somebody that's the reason y'all here, the reason everybody in this parking lot here, because this man right here making the money and y'all his entourage. But that security guard, it's something fishy with him. That's why he deleted his Instagram. I definitely feel like it's foul play. I don't know where it's coming from, but I definitely feel like it's some weird shit going on.
Even more damning, police body cam footage showed King Von surrounded by friends, but not a single one of his security guards was anywhere in sight. Investigators began piecing the story together, including clips from Quando Rondo's interview. He spoke about being face-to-face with Von during the deadly brawl.
Travel one security that moves with Von, and he traveled with 2 more security. You know what I'm saying? Von traveled in a proof truck, and not only that, his guys are security, man. He travels with 10 to 15 guys daily. They protect and love Von more than any security would. I think we're about 8-10 cars deep, 20-25 on entourage.
To truly understand the full story, we have to start from the beginning. Police records say that on November 5th, 2020, King Von and his crew hit the streets of Atlanta to celebrate his album release for Welcome to O Block. That night was meant to be a major celebration, but nobody knew it would end in tragedy.
Everybody's mind leaving the club is that we're going to the hotel and the Airbnb, because that's normal routine. The club he went to, the after hours, wasn't getting paid for. I didn't have no acknowledgement of. His team didn't have no acknowledgement of. That was a complete Von.
Everything seemed to be going smooth until Von started receiving texts that would change the entire night. Around 2:30 a.m., as he left the club with his team, Von got a phone call. He stepped away from the group, spoke on the phone for 5 minutes, then rejoined his crew, but his plans had now shifted.
Everybody else that was with us driving to the Airbnb, and Von literally went to the venue by himself. We got a call later from people in the car, like, hey bro, we here by, matter of fact, I think from his DJ was like, hey bro, we here by ourselves, like, where you guys at? And everybody rerouted to that.
Instead of heading back to their Airbnb with everyone else, Von told his driver to take him to another spot, the Monaco Lounge. He didn't tell most of his crew. The only ones with Von in the Escalade were his driver and 1 security guard. His decision to head to Monaco would mark the beginning of the end.
For some reason, Von wasn't himself. This man is like, I promise you, the best artist I ever moved in my life. For some reason that night, it was off. Like, he stayed in the car for like 35 minutes.
Von's manager, 10OK Track, said he seemed off that night. When the rest of the team finally found out about the location switch, they rushed over. But inside the truck, Von was sitting alone, hood up texting. Something wasn't right. Still, the crew wanted to party unaware of the storm that was about to hit.
I went to the car he was in. I was like, yo, Von. Went inside the passenger seat. I'm like, yo, Von, bro, what's going on? Like, everybody here waiting, let's go. He was like, all right, let's go. We're telling security, hey, it's time to go in now. Von's ready. You know what I'm saying? We've been here too long. Let's go inside the club. They check the venue, go inside, check the outside.
Before heading inside, club rules required everyone to leave their guns in the cars. Security went in first to check the spot. But the real threat was never inside the club. It was in the parking lot. Quando Rondo and his crew were parked just outside, waiting.
Right before we go inside the club, one of his homeboys, he came to the car and said, hey, so-and-so's here. And Von just jumped up like, Oh, come on, let's go.
One of Von's security members scanned the parking lot and spotted Quando standing next to a white car. He quickly told Von, "Did you know Quando Rondo is here?" Von immediately reacted, jumping out of the truck, heading straight toward the confrontation.
Jumped out the car. By the time Von jumped out the car, I don't even think he knew where so-and-so was. He just jumped out the car. He bumped into so-and-so. As soon as he bumped into so-and-so, started brawling.
Von didn't hesitate. He rounded the front of the car, locked eyes with Quando Rondo, and started throwing punches. They brawled for nearly 30 seconds. Then, from behind the car, Quando's right-hand man, Lil Tim, pulled a gun and fired, hitting King Von. Von's manager was also struck in the leg.
Was he trying to take Von's chain, or?
Honest truth, I don't think V-Roy had no jewelry on, and from the people that was a little bit closer, Von was actually holding onto him like, man, you ain't going nowhere. Like, you here, like, even through getting, he's that strong. Like, he was literally holding.
Some of Von's crew, who were still armed, shot back, hitting Lil Tim and knocking him to the ground. The area exploded with gunfire. Off-duty police officers nearby heard the chaos and rushed in. One on-duty cop arrived as well, and they all opened fire, tragically killing one of Von's team members.
When he was in the car, I myself wasn't there. The gentleman that was in the car with him was panicking, and Von was the one that was like, "Hey, calm down, slow down, chill, I'm gonna be good, just get me to the hospital." And honest truth, we all thought that the way he was carrying himself, from that incident, from what I was told from the people in the car, that he would have been.
Von was still lying in the street. Some say Quando tried to snatch Von's chain. Others believe Von grabbed Quando and used him as a shield. Police later confirmed in their reports that Von did, in fact, use Quando as a human shield during the gunfire.
Like you said, the King Von situation. Like there was absolutely no reason for Von to be rolling around with that dude. Like there was no, especially since he had security. Like, you know, someone should have jumped in. It should never even.
King.
I almost feel like, but I almost feel like if you have real security,
all of them is supposed to blast. I feel like they would have been more ready in Chicago.
Sad, man, sad. I mean, the whole King Von thing is really kind of hanging
me up,
over everyone right now.
That f***ed me up, bro. Because I like King Von.
Von was still lying in the street. Some say Quando tried to snatch Von's chain. Others believe Von grabbed Quando and used him as a shield. Police later confirmed in their reports that Von did, in fact, use Quando as a human shield during the gunfire.
Made national headlines as officials confirmed one of the three people was rapper King Von from Chicago, who was here last night with friends.
Two groups of individuals got into a physical altercation. That physical altercation escalated into an exchange.
Despite being shot 4 times, King Von was conscious. Friends inside the car said Von stayed calm, telling everyone he'd be okay. At the hospital, he was taken straight to surgery and survived 2 critical operations.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out. Or whatever, like that could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
But then something strange happened. A nurse entered his room and Von, startled, began looking around for a weapon he didn't even have. That paranoid reaction, according to the nurse's statement, caused him to crash. What's even stranger, that detail that Von was looking for a gun only surfaced recently.
Oh, like shit, I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von who did it, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn. If Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, yeah, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying him like that. Cause I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like, they ain't never popped that shit off. That would have never happened like that.
Years ago, Von's associate Boosie said in an interview that Von never had a firearm that night. That made fans wonder why were Von's own people spreading misinformation about whether he was armed.
Now the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles and cameras captured the after.
As the news of Von's death spread, Instagram exploded. Fans flooded Quando Rondo and Lil Tim's pages, demanding answers. Quando soon did an interview. Even Lil Tim, the man who pulled the trigger, broke his silence.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
Though Lil Tim survived his injuries, he was arrested shortly after. He went through several bond hearings and was denied every Tim until March 2021, when he was granted a $100,000 bond, which was paid by Quando Rondo.
This man.
By August 2023, Lil Tim's attorney confirmed that the charges had been dropped, but the streets weren't done. Von's best friend, Lil Durk, and members of O-Block were out for revenge. Soon after, Quando's close friend, Lil Pab, was gunned down.
Dude had a. What about that? A man had a with an extended clip. That's cool though, right?
Footage captured Quando's emotional reaction when he learned about Lil Pab's death. Lil Durk would later rap about it on a diss track, implying he was behind the hit. "Believe what you want," he said. "I got your folks hit."
Come on. Hey, stop it. Stop it.
I swear to God, I tell you everything. I swear to God, I tell you, I will tell you, please. I swear, please.
But Durk's retaliation brought heat back on him. He was arrested. Leaked court documents later revealed that someone from his own circle had found. New body cam footage showed a man named Lil Ted confessing to police, offering details about the murders to avoid jail time.
Hold on, you gotta relax for me, because I can't understand it. Relax. What's the number? 7 what you saying, man?
We're gonna see what we can do for you, alright?
We're gonna see what we can do for you. You gotta relax for me.
Relax, man. I'm gonna get a bus to prison. Relax.
Give me No, I'm saying, what you talking about? I'm trying to get the.
Lil Ted is the younger brother of Didi, one of Durk's closest associates. When court papers only listed the last name, many assumed Didi had turned on Durk to clear the air. Fazo went on IG Live to explain the truth. If you're a fan of King Von, like this video, and let us know, do you think Lil Durk was right to get revenge for Von? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.